What's up, guys? I'm sorry. I got tickled at my own self for a minute. So before I turn the live streams on, I usually like make faces at myself in the camera, and the way everything looked a second ago was a lot. It was too much. It was too much. But I usually make sure that I make stupid faces at myself in the mirror. So, yeah. But anyway, how are you guys? How was your Monday? Today is my 49th level. In fact, here in just a little bit, while I'm in the middle of doing Reiki, I will officially be 49. And I'm not sorry about it. I'm super excited about it. I have so many friends that, people I know, etc., that have gotten so upset that, you know, oh, we're going to be 50. I'm going to be 50. You're going to be 50 next year, blah, 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 blah. I had so many people that I know that never even got to be 20. I am so excited to be 49. It's not even funny. So, let's do the things, yes? Let's get some of these things on, some of those things. Let's do this stuff. Ooh, that. I have had this restrung like twice. It's taken some hits. There we go. I like it. I like it. All right. I've had a great day. And you've been warned. You've been warned. I've had a good day. And you've been warned. So there's that. No, it's not quite there yet. That's better. Better. No rings tonight. Y'all are in for it. Y'all are in for it. No rings tonight. All right. Are we ready? The answer is yes. So I have a challenge for you guys tonight. Those of you guys on TikTok, those of you guys on YouTube, sorry you don't get to I don't know, perform the challenge. But let's just say this on YouTube. If you guys could just comment as much as possible, it'll help drive it up. But over on TikTok, I have a challenge for you guys. We have hit 1.7 million likes before. I want to see if we can hit 2 million likes tonight. Do you think we can? I think that we can. I think that you can. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. That's what I would like for my birthday, is 2 million likes up there. So in the meantime, let's start on this. Yeah. Just so you guys know, I have the naughty oracle cards tonight. It's a spicy night. We're going to have fun with it. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. Just like always, you guys can take these first 6 deep breaths with me every time I say a deep breath. You can do these hand positions with me if you'd like. They're to help you channel your energy, to help me channel the energy for y'all, etc. And for those of you guys that don't know me, that you're just coming across whatever you want to call this craziness, I am the Blue Bodhi. Thank you, Jen. Perfect timing with the unicorn and the cowboy hat. I'm the Blue Bodhi. I have been a Reiki master teacher or grandmaster in over 13 types of Reiki since 2013, including my own, which is Warrior Reiki, and that's what I do every single week, at least once a week, usually twice a week. And yeah, let's go. Let's go. Y'all have been warned. Y'all have been warned. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. All right. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. breathe. I just realized that the camera over here on YouTube is like way zoomed the wrong way. There we go. Better. All right. We are going to start. Where should we start? Let's start up here. I know normally we start at the feet and go up, but let's start up here. Yeah? We're going to start with the crown. I'm not doing the soul star tonight because I know that so many people have had gnarly, nasty headaches over the last ever. But we're just going to do the crown. Okay? So I want you to just focus on the top of your head, right behind your boof. The boof be boofing tonight. Just breathe. Have a headache. I want you to focus on the part of your head where the headache is, okay? Pinpoint where the headache is. Just breathe. Big breath. Are so sweet. Stop it. If you guys, I just want to pause real quick, just real quick. Whenever I realized that Reiki and Zodiacs was going to be on my birthday, I got excited because I love spending I like spending time with you guys. I know it's just through a camera. I know it's just through a phone. I know it's just on social media. I know that I will probably never get to meet even a quarter of all of my followers. But you guys mean so much more to me than you realize. And not just because of videos or not just because of that. But the friends that I have made on social media and through the internet, whether it's in World of Warcraft or TikTok or whatever, have been some of the best friends of my life. And so I just want to thank you guys for spending time with me this evening on my birthday. So, I love you. All right, let's go. No more emotions. No more Capricorn emotions. Okay, all right. Third eye. Yes? Ready? Just breathe. Y'all stop. You're so sweet. For those of you guys that your clairs have been a little overtime, we're going to work on the third eye a little more than normal this evening because I know a lot of people who have a very strong clair, a very strong gift, etc. It's been rough this week, right? It's been rough this week. Like your third eye has felt like it is completely stuffed with cotton. Like, don't think I haven't noticed my own self, the bags under my eyes, but all of my spiritual friends, we all been through it lately. And I know y'all have too. So we're going to work on this a little more than normal tonight, okay? I'm not going to turn it anymore, but I want you guys to focus just in here on your forehead, okay? And I want you to pay attention where you feel this. Do you actually feel it here, or do you feel it over here somewhere, okay? And then I'm going to tell you, I want you to just pay attention where you're feeling it. Then we're going to talk about what it means if it's on the left side or the right side. All right, I'm watching your comments. Now, I'm gonna pause the music for just a minute. If you're feeling it on your left side, anywhere like here over, okay? If you're feeling it on your left side, then you are taking in too much. In other words, your empathy is working overtime. Some of your clairs, like clairaudience, etc., are working overtime. The left is what you take in spiritually. So if you're feeling it over here, then that means you are taking in too much, and you need to make sure that you have more shielding on your left side. Any black stone, make sure that you are paying very close attention of what you touch, who you touch, even if it's a handshake. Make sure you're paying attention of what you're taking in, okay? If you're feeling it on the right side, from like here over, that means you are giving too much. It means that you're not doing an even like give take. You are giving too much and you're depleted. And that's why you're feeling it over here too much. In other words, you're doing too much light work. You're doing too much shadow work. You're doing too much work for family, friends, etc. You're giving too much, okay? If you are feeling it right down the middle right here, anywhere, if you're feeling it right down the middle right there, then I would say that that's a little better than it being to one side or the other. But if you're feeling it right here to the point that it's making it hurt, then you need to take a step back from everything. Just spend some time in the quiet. Okay, whether it's tonight, tomorrow, etc. Spend some time with nothing on. No sound, no music, no radio, no rain, no water, nothing. Just quiet for just a little bit, okay? I saw somebody ask, what if it's both temples? Then it means, dude, you need a break because you're giving too much and taking too much, okay? So, just saying. All right, here we go. I'm going to kind of cleanse that a little bit and then we'll start some more. Yeah? Yeah. So I want you to just breathe, okay? Big breath. Just breathe. We'll start on the throat in a second. Now we're going to work on the throat. Ready? I find it interesting that this lines up with a time when the music is a little softer. For the heart chakra. Yeah. Ready? Breathe. Now we're working on the heart a little bit tonight. All right, are we ready for the solar plexus? The answer is yes. The answer is yes, ladies, yes. We're not going to work on the solar plexus too much because we worked up here a lot, so I'm not going to work on this as much. We're going to kind of let this settle a little bit. But let's work on the sacral chakra. So I want you guys to focus about this far below your belly button, okay? That's it. You ready? All right, we ready for the root chakra? Yeah. I want you to focus on the middle of your feet. Likes already. I want you guys to just breathe for a minute. Damn. I want you to just breathe for a minute. You breathing? feel like this is a great time to remind you guys that there are only a few rules in my live streams. One is that we don't talk about politics in here. Y'all all know that you can talk about it any other time, but this is not the place for it. The second one is don't be a creep and don't be a jerk, because even creeps don't like creeps and jerks don't like jerks. So if somebody were to come in and talk to you the way that y'all talk to me, I guarantee you'd be spitting nails. Nobody likes a creep and nobody likes a jerk. And just because you hide behind all of the troll stuff doesn't mean the energy can't find you. You put your time and effort and energy into being a dick. I can put my time and effort and energy into finding you energetically. Enjoy all of those frogs, baby. The other thing is this. We don't talk about other creators in here. And do not come in here and co-read or self-promote, because that will get you. Just saying. Ain't gonna do it. All right, I love you guys. We're gonna fast forward past this because I feel like we need like fast Reiki this evening. Yeah, I love me some Danheim. I do, but we need some fast Reiki. So before I move it to fast Reiki, I'm going to extend the birthday wishes to all of you, whether it's your birthday or not. I'm going to share the birthday wishes with you. So if you could wish for any one thing right now today, I don't care if it's a Coney dog from your favorite place that closed when you were 8. That actually sounds really good right now, but that's beside the point. If you could wish for anything at all right now, what would it be? What would it be? What would it be? What would it be? I love seeing what you guys would wish for. I'm fixing to ask you something else here in a second. If you could have any dessert at all right now, if you could have any dessert, your favorite dessert in the entire world, doesn't matter if you're diabetic or not, if you could have it consequence free, what would it be? What would it be? Because I don't know. I didn't have any kind of birthday cake today. I just realized I didn't have birthday cake. I didn't have a treaty treat at all. I didn't have a treaty treat at all. Oh, I feel like I failed myself for my birthday. I had no treaty treat. There's tomorrow. Tomorrow's 113. Ooh, blackberries and cream. Oh, that sounds so good. Coconut cream pie. That's one of my favorite things. Some of these desserts I've never heard of, and I'm about it. I'm about it. Coconut tres leches. Stop it. There's coconut tres leches cake. Stop it. have been the wrong thing to ask because now I'm like, I want all of these things. Ooh, I haven't had good baklava in a long time. See, I'm not a cheesecake person. All of you guys that are all about cheesecake, I'm just not. I've tried. Oh, I do love me some Reese's Pieces. And some key lime pie. Oh, that sounds so good. You know one thing that I crave all the time, and it's the stupidest thing to crave, and some of you guys that are Gen X and older millennials, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. The McDonald's Land cookies. See? The McDonald's Land cookies. They were called McDonald's Land cookies, and they were in the shape of the little McDonald's characters, and I want them so bad. I can't stand myself. I like how many of you guys are like, wait, I forgot about those. No, they were like a lemon shortbread. I don't know. They were magical. They were so good. Now that we're all starving, take a breath. Now that we're all starving, take a breath. How many ladies in here are either the pregnant, or it's your hormones are like, I really hate Bodhi right now for talking about food when I can't have it? I'm sorry. I love you. I want to fill the chat with good stuff this evening. I know normally I ask like what you guys are getting rid of and so on and so forth. But what I want to do next, A, I want to do my favorite part here in a minute. But B, I want to know like what was your favorite toy growing up? Or the name of your favorite stuffed animal. I want to know things like that. You know why I want to do that? Because every time I have logged on TikTok lately, it's been news and it's been horrifying and terrifying and horrendous, and I need a break, and I know y'all need a break. And so all I want to know is what was your favorite toy when you were a kid, and what was the name of your favorite stuffed animal as a kid? I had two. I had Elsa, which was an elephant, and Applesauce, which was a little teddy bear about this big, and I slept with them, I swear, until I was like 20. But yeah, I want to know. And the only reason the bear's name was Applesauce is because it said Applause was the name of the company, but I, at my 6-year-old self, read that as Applesauce. So it was Elsa and Applesauce. I love this. I'm reading YouTube and TikTok at the same time. I love how many of you guys had some of the same toys that were your favorites. How about She-Ra? How many of you guys had She-Ra dolls? Deep breath. We're doing inner child work and y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even realize. Did y'all realize that just thinking about the things that you loved as a child is inner child work? Did you guys know that? Holy shit, I just looked up at the likes and I'm watching them go so fast. I love how many of you guys are mentioning toys that I had forgot about. Oh, I hated Operation. I hated that game. I love to hate it. Let me say it that way. I love to hate it. I love how many of you guys are talking about your Cabbage Patch Kids and if you can remember their name. Oh, my face hurts from smiling so much. I'm not mad. Oh, I love the matcha cheese. You guys mentioning Care Bears. Did you see that Fugglers is coming out with Care Bears? I need them. Yep, Fuggler Care Bears. Just breathe. so many of you guys, well, I hate that I haven't come across your For You page, but I love that so many of you guys are coming in and saying, "Oh, Larry, I'm so glad to see you." Woo! Woo! All right, guys. All right. All right. All right. I would love to do my favorite part. I would love to do my favorite part, and we're going to disguise it as letting go of something. So while you're putting something in the chat that you needed to hear, I want you to let go of something. Breathe. All right, about 5 more minutes And then my arm's going to give out because it's already rubbery. Man, being sick last week, just kind of my endurance as far as movement is like, no, bitch, no. I have been completely enjoying this Reiki. I have been completely enjoying all of these comments. I hope every one of you is grinning. I hope all of you are smiling. I hope all of you are enjoying yourself. Not worrying about the world outside that is on fire. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. You know what? Here's what I want to know in the chat now. What is one thing that makes you happy? What is one thing? And I want to know, I don't care how little it is. You know what one thing that makes me happy? When I put my head on my pillow and I like sleep, I'm a side sleeper, right? So I get my face like smashed in and I get the fan going and I've got my ear tucked in and so the fan's really only hitting like this much of my face. Ah, that makes me so happy. What makes you happy? I like how so many of you guys are like, I do that. About lost the bracelet. Ooh, I'm about to lose that bracelet. That thing is just like... Oh, it feels different. It's about all my arms can handle this evening. They're like rubbery at this point. I know that some of you guys are going to skedaddle off, and I appreciate you being here and hanging out and enjoying Reiki with us. Before you leave, don't forget that I think you're fucking fantastic. I think you're amazing. I think you're fantastic. And in case no one has told you today, I am so proud of you. I'm proud of you. Even if all you did today was stay in bed, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I think that we don't tell each other that enough because the world is hard. The world is so hard. I'm proud of you that you didn't punch a bitch in the face today. I'm proud of you that you got up today. I'm proud of you that you went to work. I'm proud of you that you took a bath. I'm proud of you that you ate. I'm proud of you that you just are breathing. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Okay? Don't forget it. And in case you guys are new to watching me, I never ever want any of you guys to feel like you don't have a place that you belong, because you belong here. Whether you like it or not, it just let it happen. Just let it happen. You belong here, hanging out with all of us. I am always on multiple times a week, even when I feel like shit. I am always on Mondays. I've moved Reiki back to Mondays. Everybody was like, no, we can't do Sundays. Y'all short-circuited. When I said I wanted to do it on Sundays, y'all short-circuited. So Reikis and Zodiacs will always be Monday at 8:30. But in case you ever feel like you don't have anybody, I want you to just go watch one of my videos. I want you to come hang out. Go on YouTube, watch my live streams. You can put it back on this part right here and hear me say that you matter. That you matter way more than you will ever realize, okay? So I don't ever want anybody to think that they don't matter, that they don't belong. I know how that feels, and I don't want any of you guys to ever feel like that, okay? Seriously. Seriously. Don't make me come get you. I was going to pull out some different cards for tonight. I did. We're going to read with the Naughty Oracle tonight, because I felt like being spicy for Zodiacs on my birthday. But before we start, I want to ask you guys a favor. If you guys do not follow me on YouTube, please do so. Gonna have a YouTube drive coming up here shortly. Have some amazing things going on this summer that y'all don't want to miss. So yeah, you definitely don't want to miss it. But one thing that I do want to say is this, okay? I don't care where you're watching, when you're watching this, if you're watching it a week from now, 10 years from now, or whatever. Everything that you do and say matters. Everything. From the things that you just repost on social media, to the things that you voice, to the things that you don't voice. And if you don't use your voice and you don't stand up for you, no one else is going to do that. You have to be your most loudest advocate. You have to be your best advocate. Okay? Don't forget that. Being strong and being quiet about it is not always the best thing. Okay? It's not always the best thing. People can't help you if they don't know what's going on. Oh, y'all hit 1,000,000 likes. But in saying that, and saying that you have to speak up for yourself, it also doesn't cost you anything at all to be nice. It costs you nothing. Even when you feel like crap, even when you have something horrible going on, even when your day has been shit, it costs you absolutely nothing to be nice. It costs you nothing. And the thing is, that's one of the things that's missing the most in the world right now, is people being nice and respectful and kind. I mean, would you want somebody talking to your kid the way that you're talking to someone else? Would you want somebody talking to your husband or your wife or your daughter or son or your parents the way that you're talking to somebody else? And if the answer is no, then maybe don't. There are plenty of ways to say fuck you without saying fuck you. I'm just saying. There are plenty of ways. There are plenty of ways to get your point across without being completely and utterly hateful. And I think that unfortunately is why we're in a lot of the hot water that we're in right now. So enough of my preaching. Let's get to the Zodiacs, because I know that's why you're here. For those of you guys that are new to watching and you have never watched me read for the Zodiacs before, I do a full Reiki session and then I read for the Zodiacs. I always start with Capricorn because in my brain, one goes first. So January is the first month. January, that goes first. Meaning that my sweet little Sagittariuses, you guys are last but not least. My recommendation is to listen to your sun sign, of course. Thank you for the birthday cake. Listen to your sun sign, listen to your moon, and listen to your rising. That will give you a good full spectrum of how your week is going to go. I have been reading professionally since 2013 for very large sites, etc. I've been reading a lot longer than that. Capricorns, this is a lot. This is a lot. Y'all keep coming up with a lot of cards, and I thank you. I just need one. Tell a Capricorn, like, hey, I need you to get on the ball, and they're on the ball, right? I pay very close attention to the way that the cards shuffle, and it tells me a lot. See? Capricorns, what did I just say? What did I just say? What did I just say, Capricorns? I will also give you your stones for the week and your totem animal. It's so funny. Oh, Capricorns, I need you to... All right, Caps. I need you to just take a deep breath. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I need to take a deep breath. No, I'm just kidding. No, some of you guys, when I say take a deep breath, you do that. You go, all right. All right, Capricorns, you gotta have extra cards. I want to say that this is really funny, and I'm going to tell you guys a quick little story before I turn these cards over. I had lunch with my dad today and my stepmom, and we were talking about growing up and so on and so forth. And the only reason I remember this is because I looked down and I saw this. Okay? I have a little mountain lion, right? I have a little mountain lion. And it's funny because I don't remember this being on my desk. Not that I didn't put it there, because I am sure that I did. I have so much shit on my desk. But the fact that it's right here is just funny because that's what we were talking about at lunch today. My stepmom had never heard the mountain lion story from me. I thought she had. But she had never heard the mountain lion story from me. So that was interesting. And then I had to tell my dad about the other mountain lion story. And yeah, so... Capricorns, are you serious? I just looked down. Y'all have 4 fucking cards. I knew that was 2, and I still kept drawing. Capricorns, are you serious right now? Like, serious. I find it very interesting that y'all wanted all the cards to come out. I did get 1 anchor card, but I usually only draw 2 other cards. The first card, the yellow card that I pulled out, that's 2 of them. And then there are 2 more. So I find it interesting because it's 2 and 2, so I'm going to read them like that. Okay? So Capricorns, you guys have Genie the Maid, which is championship. It's disillusion. It's also being humble. So let's see which one of these this starts with. So you have 2 here. The bottom one is, okay. Some of this I forgot. This is why I don't read with these cards, because I can't say some of these words on TikTok. Fuck around. Okay. This is a mantra, a bad thing that happens sometimes. It starts with myrtleated. Earth lessons suck. That is on the bottom. And then on top of that, my eyes are up here, mister. Stop getting distracted. Okay. Interesting. And then you have become self-aware. I'm seeing the theme, Capricorns. And then you have, oh, I love this, fancy fat fucker, get healthy. Okay. I'm seeing the theme here. So Capricorns, unfortunately, and every Capricorn in here is going to get mad at me when I say this, but this is disillusionment, okay? This week is a very hardcore split in half week for you Capricorns. The first part of this week is a realization that you have become very, very disillusioned with life. And not just the world, because let's face it, we're all there, right? But this is a very hardcore disillusionment, disconnect with you, with your life. This is something where I think a lot of you Capricorns are looking at the last, I'm going to say 6 to 8 months specifically, but the rest of you are looking at the last 13 to 14 months. At all of the lessons that you've learned, all of the things that have been popping up over and over, like lessons that keep popping up, right, Capricorns? And you're realizing that you have allowed yourself to become distracted. So the problem with that is this. When a Capricorn realizes that they're wrong, because let's face it, Capricorns don't like to admit that they're wrong, right? Because they know it all. So when a Capricorn realizes that they're wrong, what was that? That scared me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. When a Capricorn realizes that they're wrong, then they go into this like I don't want to say loathing mode, but they go into this mode of being quiet and sitting and focusing and being like, oh my God, I fucked up. Oh my God, I fucked up. When a Capricorn realizes that they have fucked up or that they have done something wrong, they freeze a little bit. Like, I'm not going to lie, they kind of freeze because they're so used to being able to do everything that they freeze. That's the first part of your week, Capricorn, is this kind of frozen, like, oh my God, this is broken. I don't know what to do. The panic, panic, panic. Just so you guys know, when a Capricorn panics, it's usually like very quiet and they'll just be like, I don't like what's going on right now. That's a Capricorn panic, okay? I had a full-on panic attack on camera on Saturday during class. And while I know y'all saw it in my eyes when that happened, y'all probably didn't realize that I was having a full-on panic attack during class. Capricorns just don't show it. They just don't show it. But Capricorns, the first part of your week is realizing that you have been really disillusioned with something that has been a cycle with you over and over and over for the past, I'm going to say 12 to 6 months. Okay. And then the latter part of your week, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, is you really finding your own discipline again and hardcore turning back towards it. I know that says get healthy, but that's not so much me saying, oh, well, the cards say that you need to eat better. That's not it. This is you realizing that you've been so disillusioned with what has been going on that you make a hard turn, hard left, hard right, whatever you want to do. You make this hard turn of, I'm now going over here. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going over here. So what that means for those of you guys that have Capricorns in your life is that the first couple of days of this week, your Capricorn is going to be moody. Okay. When a Capricorn's moody, sometimes that's a little bit of outbursty things, but usually that's your Capricorn being really quiet, being withdrawn, you wondering if they're mad at you. They're not. They're mad at themselves, which is worse, I think. But expect massive changes in them this weekend. Okay. This is what we're doing. I don't care what you think. I don't care what I think. This is the right thing to do. Capricorns, my only ask is this weekend when you're making these decisions, and these aren't like hard decisions. They're decisions that really should have been made 6 to 8 months ago, a year ago. When you are making these decisions, I'm just going to say, make sure you put some planning into them. The problem with Capricorns is that they are that first sign of winter, that first sign of the zodiac as we turn the new year, and they're used to everything being like go, 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 go. Capricorns, put some planning into it first before you just hit the ground running, okay? This is also going to be a week, Capricorns, where you do feel the need to either get back in the gym, start eating better, cut out fried food or pop or whatever it is. You do feel the need to make a big change in your diet, in your life, in the way you treat your meat sack this week. Okay, Capricorns? Don't go hardcore with that either. If you haven't been to the gym in 10 years, Capricorns, you're obviously not going to be able to go work out for 4 hours straight, okay? I know you think you're gonna. I wish I wanted a better read for Capricorns this week. Like, I'm a little disappointed, but that's okay. I'm all about getting back to business. So, stones for Capricorns. I am going to say blue tiger's eye. Blue tiger's eye and ocean jasper, because I think the ocean jasper will also help y'all to woo-saw a little bit. The blue tiger's eye will help you focus. So, blue tiger's eye and ocean jasper. Animal's a little harder. No, y'all are the horse. Capricorns, y'all are the horse. Because if y'all have ever been around horses, they can be super mega playful and then turn around and be like, and now it's time to work. And then they will bite you in the process of either one of those. That's pretty much Capricorn energy this week. They want to be playful, they want to be mad, and then they want to get back to work, and they will bite you at all three phases of that. What I love is that while I was sitting here just like, the Aquariuses are like, here, here, here. I love you, Aquariuses. Y'all brought the cards like this. Like, I didn't even have to shuffle very much. You guys were like this, this. I love it. I love it. All right, Aquarius. By the way, y'all asked for merch, and I've got some on my website, right? Some cool shirts and stuff. I did design a new one today, and it is on my website. I was trying to remember some of the things that I say all the time. And I know I'm just saying what I'm saying all the time. Well, I couldn't come up with a good shirt, and I was overthinking it. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So there is a super bougie ass t-shirt on my website that says, suck every butt I don't have. And you're welcome. It's in script. It's got this beautiful bougie thing. It's got stuff on the sleeves. I showed Sass and she was like, okay, I like that shirt. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Also, I bought myself these for Christmas and they're really cool and I'm not mad. All right. Ready, Aquarius? El Shaddai. Wisdom, paternalism, and kindness. And then you guys have unicorn shit fight. Ground yourself now. Okay? Okay? And then you have the devil and drag identity crisis. Oh, no. Oh, no, Aquarius. And we went from 40 to 10. We have the card number 40 and there's a card number 10. Aquarius, this is an identity crisis week for you. But this is not like a meltdown week. It's not an upset week. This is like one of those calm, let me just sit and be zen and think about my life type of week, right? This is one of those weeks, Aquarius, where you are just questioning kind of everything about yourself. From, am I supposed to have 5 toes on each foot, to how the fuck did I get all this gray hair? Aquarius, this is a week where it's going to start with the physical stuff and then it's going to move to the internal stuff. Okay? This is a week, it's not shadow work. Okay? So let me make that very clear. It's not shadow work, but this is a week where you are having kind of an existential crisis, in a mini existential crisis, where you're just wondering how you got here, where you came from. Like, this is a week of you really hardcore looking at a lot of stuff. Now, you're going to have the need to change something big about yourself this week. Aquarius, don't do that, okay? Don't do that. You and I both know that you will not be happy with whatever change it is that you make. So, woo-saw. If you think that you want to go cut your hair all off, Aquarius, get one of those apps. Look at the haircuts first. You know what I mean? Like, just do that this week. That's it. That's it. You don't need to go chop everything off, okay? It is a good week, though, for you to go through your closet. It is a good week for you to go through shoes, jewelry, things in your house that you are like, I really don't ever use that anymore, or I haven't worn that in 3 years, or whatever, okay? So this is a good week for you to go through physical things. One of the things about this week, Aquarius, and getting back to the El Shaddai and the wisdom card, is that a lot of this mini existential crisis comes from wisdom that you have gained about yourself in the last 2 weeks. Because I know that this has been a hard last 2 weeks on all of you Aquariuses. Like, it's been hard on all of us, but it's been really hard on you Aquariuses. You guys want to act out, but you also can't act out because usually you're too calm and chill and you're used to being the voice of reason or the adult in the room. So if you act out, then that makes you not be that. So you can't act out, but you want to act out because things are crazy. You know what I mean? Like, y'all are in this like arguing with yourself type of thing. And I totally get that. So there's a lot of wisdom in what's going on with you. And I think that that's why you're kind of having this argument within your own head. Thank you for that. This argument within your own head. It's not a bad week, Aquarius. It's just one of those weird weeks. You're going to start the week feeling off. All the way probably till Friday. You're going to start the week feeling just off, right? And then this weekend, it's like you slowly start to get back to yourself as this new moon approaches. one of the things I do want to mention, Aquarius, is that while you're feeling off, while you're feeling like things aren't, like you're not really yourself, like your hair doesn't feel like your hair, I don't know. I can tell you why I keep making the hair jokes. I told everybody today that when I turn 50 next year, I'm going to cut my hair off into a mohawk. We'll see if that actually happens. Like right now, in this moment, I'm committed to that when I turn 50, getting a mohawk. But also, maybe, probably not. So that's why the hair jokes. But Aquarius, this is one of those weeks where you know that there's a big change that you need to make upcoming. This is kind of preparing you for that. Does that make sense? So you and I both know, Aquarius, that there's a big change that needs to be made in your life, like in the next 4 months. This is to start kind of preparing you for that. Okay? So don't make any big decisions this week. No big purchases. No quitting your job. None of that this week, Aquarius. Okay? But have those things on the radar. You know? Have those things on the radar. Okay? Not a bad week, but not like over the top great week either. Just a week. Just a week. It's just a week. Just a week. Okay? All right. Stones for Aquarius. I'm going to give you 2 very easy ones. 2 very basic ones. What the fuck is that? Quartz and black tourmaline. If you have tourmalated quartz, I did have a bracelet. Yeah. If you have tourmalated quartz, then even better. But quartz and black tourmaline, that's going to help you channel your own energy, see things a lot clearer, and suck up all that negative shit. Okay? And you guys, for some reason, are the aardvark this week. I don't know why, but that's what popped in my head was aardvark. So somebody needs to let me know what the spiritual meaning of the aardvark is and why I just gave that to Aquarius. Because I don't know. Every Aquarius in here was like, you're an aardvark. All right. Woo, Pisces. Okay. I'm going to need you to calm down. Pisces, I'm going to need you to breathe. Take a deep breath. We're not going down the same road that Capricorn went down. These cards also, I haven't, okay, all right. I haven't used them in a while. That's what you got. That's what you got. Threw the cards out at me. I get it. I am not going to get on to you, Pisces. I see you over there. I said, hey, I'm going to need y'all to calm down. You're like, here's my card. Did y'all, I know y'all on TikTok saw it. Y'all on YouTube might not have saw, not words. My Oklahoman came out. Let me just get it done. I know y'all saw it up there. I don't know if y'all saw it on the TikTok. I know you guys saw the cards flip on TikTok. I don't know if you saw them on YouTube. Crits, vigilance, and subterfuge. And then on the bottom, this is why I love these cards. You guys have Psycho Spirit. Use your inner guidance. And I love the cards. Your choice, their choice. But on top of it, you have Suck It Up, Princess. Accept your karma. I don't know why this card is so damn funny to me, but it is. It's Cinderella stepping in like a broken glass slipper. It's funny to me. I think this is the funniest fucking card. All right. Pisces. I know I said no feral, and you're not feral, but you definitely are not, you're not super kind, squishy Pisces this week. You're just not. You're not mean on purpose, but you're also not nice on purpose this week. This is a week of you being very plain, very open about what it is you want. This is not you being overly emotional. This is not you being cold. This is just, this is like you channeling your inner Capricorn. This is you channeling your inner earth sign, Pisces. Instead of you being your like over dramatic, wordy word self, this is more of you just saying, I don't like when you do that. Instead of the big long, like 5-minute long conversation about why you don't like that somebody does that, you just flat out are like, I don't like when you do that. Don't do it again. And it's going to come across, even though for you internally, Pisces, it's because you're tired. It's because you're tired and you don't feel like doing a lot of talking. You don't feel like explaining yourself, and you just don't feel like it, right? You're tired. So you want to do the least amount of wordy words possible this week. So when you are tired of somebody's bullshit, I'm tired of your bullshit, right? It's going to come across as cold. And it's going to come across to some of these people that you're having to be like, hey, you know, like maybe don't do that anymore because that's really not cool, man. It's going to come across that they're going to think you're being a dick. And that's not the case. But then you're going to double down on it. Because instead of explaining yourself and being like, well, I just don't like it when you throw snowballs and hit me in the fucking face with them, bitch. It's going to be like, I don't like it. And so Pisces, just expect that this week people around you are not going to understand how to take you, and they're going to think you're mad at them. And that's not the case at all. You just need a calm, quiet week. You need a calm, quiet place to just be, okay? If you have a Pisces in your life, then just know that it's not that they're upset with you. It's not that they're mad. I mean, unless they flat out tell you that they're mad. They just need to process. I'm just going to say it that way. What that tells me, Pisces, is the last, well, let's just say since the first of the year, you've been overwhelmed. Since the first of the year, Pisces, you have been overwhelmed on a daily basis to the point that now you're just numb. So this week is kind of you being numb, Pisces. I would also bet that because the Nyx card popped up right here, probably sleeping isn't going to be your forte this week. You're probably going to be up a lot at night. You're going to be a night owl. And it's probably going to be hard for you to get to sleep at a decent time, stay asleep, etc. So if you Pisces already have issues with insomnia, this is definitely a weekend to get some melatonin or something like that that can help you with sleep. But it is, and it's not even that y'all are laying there overthinking everything. It's not even that. It's that you're just so numb that you just don't want to sleep. You can't sleep. So turn on some of the pink noise, the green noise, the brown noise, whatever. I can't say brown noise without laughing because of the South Park episode about brown noise. So whoever decided that brown noise was a great idea to put out videos about, you're wrong for that. But whatever noise you need to listen to, Pisces. But this is definitely a week for, you know, some good chamomile tea, some melatonin, a hot bath, some NyQuil, nice comfy blankies, whatever you need to do to get yourself comfortable, Pisces. You're numb this week. You're numb this week. I don't expect there to be any feral Pisces. I don't expect it to be anything y'all flying off the handle. You're just like numb. You're just numb this week. The Suck It Up Princess, I want to talk about this really quick beforehand. One of the things that you're numb about this week is you're coming to terms with the decision that you made. And I'm going to say that this probably was about 3 years ago. You made this decision 3-ish years ago. And you're coming to terms with the fact that either that has run its course or that was the wrong decision. And so you're kind of coming to terms with yourself this week about what you need to do to fix this thing. Does that make sense, Pisces? Does that make sense? But you being numb means that you're not beating yourself up over it. Stones for Pisces. Amethyst. Amethyst. I'm going to say amethyst and lapis. I almost said amethyst and rose quartz, but amethyst and lapis. Amethyst and lapis. And you are the bird of paradise. I'm going with literally the first animal that comes into my mind tonight. And so those are already 2 interesting ones that I don't know that I've ever given those out. I'm not mad about it. That brings us to my sweet little Aries. I'm actually sitting here like really mad at myself that I didn't have cake today. Like, I am really mad at that. So I've already, like, in my mind, because here's what's funny. When we were talking about desserts on the Reiki, a couple of years ago, I had a birthday party at the shop, a 113 party, and I ordered a cake. There's a bakery in Tulsa called Merritt's, and their cakes are fucking phenomenal. And there is one not too far from my new house. So I am going to go over there tomorrow and get myself a little snack. And I'm going to have I'm going to get some candles. I'm going to get a 4 and a 9 because I'm not trying to put 49 candles on a little cuppy cake. But that's what I'm going to do. The other thing I'm going to do tomorrow is go to the courthouse and get a copy of my divorce decree because I've decided for my birthday I want my maiden name back. So I'm excited about that. So that's on my agenda for tomorrow too. All right, Aries, are we ready? I know you are. I know you are. Okay. I was like, I just know, like, I can feel it coming. Like, my eyes twitching. We're going to have some sign that's going to be feral this week that I'm going to be like, oh, no, please. Oh, no, please. All right. So you have the Leper King. This is bravery, faith, and self-discipline. Yeah. And then you have No Drama Llama. Find your inner peace. I fucking love these cards. Oh my God, this is my favorite card in the deck. This is my favorite card in the deck, and you guys are going to understand why. This is called Cat Shat. Connect to your psychic. Connect to your psychic side. Tell me that's not funny as fuck. That's Vlad right there. And that's about his shape at this point. Not making fun of him, but once he got fixed, he's a fluffy boy. He's a fluffy man. This is Vlad right here. I love that card. I think it's freaking hilarious. All right, Aries. You are a little bit, I don't want to say uncharacteristically quiet because every Aries I've ever known flips back and forth between being like really loud and boisterous and open and then just kind of being chill and quiet, right? So Aries, this is a week where you're just chill and quiet. You're just chill and quiet. If y'all have an Aries in your life and anything comes at them this week with drama, know that it is going to be shut down. Aries, you are not in the mood to deal with drama. You are not in the words. You are not in the mood to deal with drama. You are not in the mood to deal with bullshit. You are not in the mood to deal with anything at all that's going to make your zen not zen. You're not about it. You're not about it. The No Drama Llama is 100% what's going to happen. And you are very adamant this week, Aries, about protecting your peace. So if you have an Aries in your life and you are somebody that likes to constantly gripe about work or about something that they're doing or not doing or whatever, I have one hair going down my shirt that's like tickling me. Know that they're going to shut you down really quickly. Don't come to your Aries with any bullshit this week. They don't want to hear it, and they are going to say, I don't care. And it's going to hurt your feels because they have always cared, and they have always been part of the pettiness before. But this week, the Aries ain't having it, and they're just going to say flat out, I don't care. Aries. Know that you are going to come across a little mean this week when you tell people that you don't care. Just know that they're going to take it wrong, okay? But here's the thing. Aries, you are the one that is out in front so much for everybody. You are the one that is all about standing up, being in front, taking care of everybody, being the strong one, etc. You are the one that's out in front of everybody. And you're tired. And you're just done and you don't want to do it. So you're stepping back. You're paying attention to you, to yourself, to your aura, to your psychic stuff, to all of the woo-woo, frou-frou things. And you're just not in the mood to deal with anybody's shit. Not even the people you love the most, okay? You're burnt out this week, in other words. The problem is, Aries, I'm going to be really nice when I say this. Okay, that one's really cute. Thank you. The problem is, Aries, that when you get burnt out, you do get really short and you do get really quiet and you do kind of get mean about it. So maybe before you snap at somebody, especially somebody that you really, really love, you might take a breath and be like, all right, you know, is me telling them to shut their fucking trap the right thing to say in this moment? I'm just saying, Aries. Is that the right thing to say in that moment? Okay? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But this is definitely a calm week for you, that you are not entertaining anybody's bullshit. You are not entertaining anybody's bullshit. The other thing I'm going to say, Aries, is spend a lot of alone time this week. Spend a lot of time taking hot baths, hot showers, enjoying, you know, get up early and enjoy coffee by yourself or whatever it is, Aries. But spend a lot of alone time this week. That will help you tremendously. Some of it's just you recalibrating your own self after this, after whatever is going on. Stones for Aries. I'm giving you green stones this week. Aventurine and Jade. Aventurine and Jade. The animal's a little different. Y'all are the vulture this week. Y'all are the vulture this week. I was like, I can see it being a bird, but y'all are the vulture this week. Y'all are the vulture. All right, my little Tauruses. I swear, no feral Taurus. No feral Taurus. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. I really want to turn, it's so hard for me not to turn this card over and look at it right now. Right now. Y'all ever have one of those weeks where you've been sick as shit and then you feel better, and then as you're like hitting the ground running, or maybe this is just me, you realize that you're not back up to 100%. Like, I'm realizing that right now. Like, I'm tired, bitches. It's the second day in a row that I've been up all day. All right. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Woo! Danu, the mother of creation. But this is ferocity and motherhood and creation. And then you have, my eyes are up here, mister, get focused. And then you have shitting rainbows kind of day, releasing guilt. Taurus's shitting rainbows. All right. This right here, I feel like is total Taurus attitude. At least this is every Taurus I've ever known right here. Well, every Taurus lady I've ever known. Most Taurus dudes, they're... Actually, I don't even know that I've known it. I'm having to really think. I don't know that I've known a Taurus dude. I have a lot of friends, female friends that are Tauruses, but that's beside the point. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right. Taurus. Y'all are in full-on focus, create, make the money, do the things, get the good food. Y'all are full-on in Taurus mode this week. This is a super powerful week for you. You are all about idea. So if you've been having a problem, like working through something lately, figuring out how to handle a person, a problem, a situation, something for your business, something for work, whatever, oh, those ideas are coming like this week, Taurus. One little tiny thing, but you are like super mega awesome focused on everything. What I love about this is that you are that person that's going to be calling your friends like, what's up, bitch? Like, you are that person this week. Not in an overwhelmingly toxic positivity type of way, but let's go do the shit. Taurus, you are on fucking fire this week. This is a great week for you. This is a good week to put things into motion. This is a great week to make decisions. This is a good week to, if you have been putting something off, this is a good week to do it. This is a good week, Taurus, for you to really look at the rest of your year and kind of plan things out. If you have ideas this week, and you will, write them down. Go ahead and get you a little voice note going right now on your phone, Taurus, because you are going to have idea after idea after idea like this, okay? This is a fucking phenomenal week for you, Taurus. I cannot reiterate that enough. There's not really anything bad that I see here. I will say about this. This is the releasing guilt card. This is also going to be a week where you have like an epiphany moment where you kind of step back and you realize that some big issue you have dealt with. Let me be more clear. There is an issue with a lady, and I'm going to be as polite as I can. This lady is bigger than you. Okay? This is whether it is like higher up in work or it like physically. But this is a lady that is bigger than you and has dark hair. And why I'm seeing that, I don't know. She has dark hair. But this is an issue where you realize that a lot of the things that you have been feeling, that you have been dealing with in this situation with this woman, you're done. Wasn't your fault. You ain't dealing with it anymore. Like you're done. Completely 100% done with it this week, Taurus. The good thing about that is when you release this guilt with this situation with this person, this is a whole new look at the situation that she's involved in. Whether this is with your family or with work or whatever, this is a whole new aspect of you looking at this dynamic. What I think is really interesting about it, Taurus, is because it's so specifically weird about this woman with all of you, this is something, I don't want to say a karmic trial that you're dealing with, but this is an internal soul trial that you are having to overcome in this life. So this is something really, really big. When you have this revelation this week that, oh my God, I am done. None of that was my fucking fault. I said I'm sorry for the part that was my fault. Like when you guys have that epiphany this week, Taurus, this is a huge shift with your entire path from here. So when I say that this is a good week, this is a really good week, Taurus. Every one of you Taurus is sitting here thinking about who I'm talking about. Stones for Taurus. Carnelian. Carnelian and black agate. Carnelian and black agate. That's a very powerful combination too. Y'all are the baboon this week. I know. Don't go, oh my God. Y'all are the baboon this week. You ever seen a baboon decide that they're going to do something? They don't hesitate. They just fucking do it. Geminis, really? I didn't even get one shuffle. You flung a card. You want to be that way? Fine. That's what you get. That's what you get. We're going to read it the way it falls. Gemini, the fact that you threw two cards at me, your anchor card and your first card, and your anchor card is Whopperjaw, and this one is on top of the Gemini, the energy you're bringing is a little feral. So the card that you flung out at me for your anchor card is the Red Shepherd. This is just reward, evaluation, and respite. And it fell out like this, meaning that it's like this. It's going complete upside down. But it fell out like this. Gemini, that means that this is not a week. You're going to be a lot like the Pisces and that you cannot relax this week. It's not that you can't sleep, but you can't relax this week. It is jittery, all over the place kind of feeling. This is also a week where you are not thinking, I haven't even looked at the other cards. Oh, Lord, we are in trouble. You are not thinking about consequences this week, Gemini, and that is a bad place to be. You have no drama llama, which came out like this over this card. It fell out like that. And then you also have release guilt, the unicorn shitting rainbows. Gemini, this is a week it's a little dangerous for you. You are not quite feral, but feral. You don't really care what you're saying. You don't care what you're doing. You are just going about life. But you're going about life in a way that is, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, fuck him, fuck her. Like you're in that mode this week, Gemini. I feel like you need this mode, but at the same time, you're going overboard with it because you're a Gemini. Because you're a Gemini and we love you. We all know how you are, but we love you, okay? I don't know if this is because of stress that's going on in your life right now or if this is because of something with you. I don't know. But Gemini, this is definitely a week where you, A, can't relax. You are jittery like you've had 900 cups of coffee every day. You are in this mood of you don't want to hear anything from anybody. Good or bad, you don't care. You don't want to hear it. I don't want drama. I don't want drama. And you know what, Gemini? Probably about the 60th time you say, I don't want any drama this week, you're going to go, oh. Like, my words are going to click in your head. Kind of like, oh. You're going to be saying repeatedly that you don't want drama this week. Or thinking it. And eventually you're going to go, oh, I'm the drama. You kind of are the drama this week, Gemini, without being the drama. You are the drama in the way of, like, coming in like a whirlwind, getting everybody in a tizzy, and then leaving. That is your energy this week. That is your energy this week. Full on tornado in the building, and then leave. But while everybody is rushing to prepare, you are out the door. You are going to have to apologize next week for some stuff this week, Gemini. But you don't care in the moment. What's really interesting is that I feel like I need to say this, and this is not giving you permission to be a dick, okay? So don't take it that way. But I feel like this has been a long time coming. I feel like a lot of stuff with you, Gemini, has been bottled up so much that you don't mean to let it out this week. It is overflowing out of the bottle. Like there's no way to keep it under wraps. There's no way to keep it in the bottle. You have just been stuffing it down for so damn long that it's just blah, 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 blah. Just word vomit, emotional vomit. You're going to be a lot. You're going to be a lot this week, Gemini. You're going to be a lot for everybody, even yourself. This is also going to be a week where you're going to get tired of you. Gemini, here's what I'm going to recommend, okay? I know that I can tell you guys to spend some time with yourself this week. Woo-saw, take a hot bath, calm down, relax. But we all know that even if you do that, which you probably won't, it won't help. Get a cookie. Get a snacky snack. Get a snacky snack. Okay? Get a cookie, Gemini. Get something that you like. Have it in the house. Now, obviously, don't eat the whole sleeve of cookies in one night, right? But just get you a cookie. Anytime you feel like you're being a shit, get you a snack. Okay? I don't think that it's just because you're hangry. I think that you having something that makes you happy will help you kind of calm down a little bit. The other thing I'm going to say, Gemini, is we love you. Okay? We love you. We know that you're going to have weeks that you're being an ass. We love you. Okay? Those of you guys that have Geminis in your life, just get ready. I don't know. I don't even know how to prepare you. I don't know how to prepare you. Just get ready. Just get ready because they're just Geminiing. They're just Geminiing this week. I'm like super glad that I don't have a Gemini that lives in my house, because with the Capricorn energy and then with that. Woo! All right. It just is, Gemini. It just is. And the thing is, you're going to, like right now, you're like, oh, I'm not going to be that way. I'm not going to do that. I know it's coming, so I can head it off. But the thing is, you're going to fall into it, even though you know. And so like Thursday, Friday, you're going to be like, oh shit, I'm doing it. Stones for Gemini. Smoky quartz. Smoky quartz and citrine. Smoky quartz and citrine. Y'all are the mountain lion this week. Y'all are the mountain lion this week. So if you have a friend who's married to a Gemini or has Gemini children, make sure you check on them this week. Make sure you check on them this week. I like that the Cancers were like, I don't know. I'm trying to draw their anchor card, and they're like, I don't know how I can follow that. Where's my little Cancer babies at? Where's my Cancer babies at? I can't even get the Cancers cards to draw now. They were like, nope. All right. The Mother of Dawn, beauty, agency, and compassion. I'm not going to lie. I really was a little nervous that I was going to flip that over and it was going to be the Cancers that were feral. But it's not. Beauty, agency, and compassion. Gemini. Cancer, I have a feeling, before I ever turn these other two cards over, I have a feeling that this is going to be a week where you're just feeling yourself. You feel pretty. You feel handsome. Like you're just feeling yourself this week. Because the Mother of Dawn is all about like beauty, glamour magic, etc. This is a week where you are just feeling it, right? Then you have Sinister Sisters, Find Your Soul Tribe. I feel like that is a great thing for Cancers. Sinister Sisters. And then you have It's a Shit Show, Become Aware. By the way, I want you to look at the card. They actually have shit heads. I love this fucking deck. Cancer. This is a really good week for you. It is. It's a really good week for you. You're feeling yourself. You feel pretty. You feel handsome. Like, you just feel like you're on top of shit, right? Not only do you feel like you're on top of shit, but you feel like you're kind of finding your stride, whether it's with your job, whether it's a relationship, whatever. Like, you feel like you're just in step. You're finding your stride. Like, shit's going good. You're on it, right? You're on it. You're also oblivious. You're also oblivious, Cancer. You're also oblivious. And you know what? Live the oblivion, okay? Live the oblivion. Because for the vast majority of you, I'm going to say 97% of you Cancers, live the oblivion. Live the oblivious. Enjoy your week. Be the hot mess that we love you to be. Be awesome. Be pretty. If you have a Cancer in your life, tell them they're pretty. Buy them tacos. But enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because it is going to be just a good week for you. You're hanging out with friends. You're hanging out with people that you care about. You're all about, yourself. All of your favorite clothes just look great on you. Like, you're just having a good week. Right, Cancers? Just a good fucking week. But there's a but. That's why I was like, I hate to give you the but. I hate to give you the but. Sunday. You guys are going to sit down and be like, oh my God, I'm glad this week is over. And when you sit down and you just kind of, how you just sink into the chair like this for a minute and you like let your back go slack and you just kind of sit there, you're going to take a deep breath and you're going to go, oh my God, this week was actually a shit show. It's going to feel like a great week. And then Sunday, you're going to be like, this was actually a shit show. Which is why I said just be oblivious. Enjoy being oblivious, Cancer. Because you're going to get through this week. You're going to navigate through this week where the rest of us are fucking up. Where the rest of us are stressed out. But y'all are just going through the week like nothing's wrong. So the rest of us are going to be a little jealous about that, Cancer, because that ain't fair. Because that ain't fair. But Sunday, it's going to hit you. Okay? Sunday, it's going to hit you. So my advice, Cancer, is that knowing that Sunday that this is going to hit you, kind of already get the snackies, get the blankie, get your favorite movies. Like, plan on Sunday to have a binge day in front of the TV, if you can. Okay? Plan on Sunday having a binge day and not do anything. Like, don't plan anything out for Sunday, Cancer. Just enjoy. Yep. Stay in bed and eat tacos. Tony has it right there. Stay in bed and eat tacos. Because Sunday's going to hit you kind of hard. Okay? But the rest of the week is going to be great. Because you're not going to care. Because you're not going to care. It's not a bad week. Okay? So please don't think that. It's just, y'all are just going to be skating by all of the bullshit. And then realizing how much bullshit was happening around you. Does that make sense? It's like, you've got headphones on and you're cruising and you're doing all your shit, not realizing that everything is a wrecking on fire around you until you turn around and go, oh shit. Like, that's the feel for this week, Cancer. Okay? Okay? So no big decisions this week when you're happy and oblivious. No big haircuts this week. No quitting jobs. None of that, Cancer. Just skate through. Okay? Just skate through. Just float through. It'll be great. Stones for Cancer. That's about the best advice I can give you, Cancer, because it's definitely a good week, but a weird week. Stones for Cancer. I'm going to say prehnite and garnet. And the reason I say that is that even though you're kind of skating through this week and you're not realizing how much of a shit show things are around you, you're going to do a lot of uplifting for other people this week that are really having a bad week. Okay? Okay? So it is going to be a lot. So the prehnite's going to be a big thing. The prehnite's going to be a big thing. All right. I am watching the comments and seeing how many of you guys... I saw that. My roommate's a Cancer and had a big issue with her hair yesterday. I'm finding it interesting how many of you Cancers are like, oh, I was going to plan to get my hair cut this week. Garnet and prehnite. I'm trying to think of an animal. Y'all are the guinea. Y'all are the guinea. Have y'all ever watched guineas? They're really pretty, by the way. We all know you're pretty, Cancer. They're really pretty birds, by the way. But they are oblivious. They are oblivious. I have no idea how to spell it either. I think it's like Guinea. If y'all have never heard of a guinea, you should look them up. They're actually really, really pretty. They're actually really, really pretty. Somebody's like, no, I hate guineas. All right, Leos. Where's my Leo crew at? Woo! Shit, fuck. All right, Leos. Just dropped half the deck there. It reminded me, all I could hear... Leos, come on, man. Seriously. I was going to say that all I could hear in my head... Woo! When I did that, we used to play games at my grandparents' house all the time when I was little. My grandparents used to love Yahtzee for some reason. I think because my grandpa cheated all the time. But anytime you would drop a dice when you didn't mean to, he would say, dropped your luck and picked up a gold mine. And so when I dropped half of the deck over there, that's what I heard in my head. It was, dropped your luck, picked up a gold mine. All right. Are we ready, Leos? Both of my kids are Leos. Both of them are going back to school this week. So we're going to have a good week. Right, Leos? Why does that keep doing that? That is the weirdest thing. All right. We're going to have a good week. We're going to have a good week. Okay, that one's really cute. Thank you, Sam. Woohoo! Thanatos. Completion, support, and expediency. Okay. And then the card you flung out, this is why I said we're going to have a good week, right, Leos? Is because I can't say some of this on here. Double-pronged private part. This is the lighten up card. And notice it's upside down, Leo. Because you flung it out. It fell on the floor this way, and I picked it up this way. Thank you for that, by the way. And then you have, my eyes are up here, heightened focused. So we have, oh, Leos, y'all are like having a manic week. We're just going to call it what it is. Y'all are having a manic week. It's not so much that it's bad. It's just that every little thing stresses you out this week. Every little thing stresses you out this week, Leos. Oh my God, I can't. I can't. Leos, we love you. We really, really do. We really do. I really do. I have gifted the world to of you. But when y'all get in this mode, everything is a 30-foot tall problem. Everything is a 30-foot tall problem. You dropped a pencil on the floor. Big, massive problem. You wrecked the car. Big, massive problem. This is just a week. You're just high strung this week, Leos. And I don't know if it's because you have a lot on your plate. I don't know if it's because of the world. I don't know. Okay. But you are high strung this week. You are, everything is a big deal this week, no matter how small it actually is. And you feel like everything has to happen right now. Everything has to happen right now. In other words, you don't have any patience this week, Leos. So my advice is going to be this, Leos, okay? Because I understand not having patience. My Capricorn ass, I have way too many Capricorn placements. I understand not having patience. Unless it's really, really petty. Leos, you need to have a code word with somebody you trust this week. So when you're over the top, when you're super high strung and you're blah, 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 for like an hour straight and they can go, hey, you need a code word, okay? You also need something, Leo, that you know relaxes you. Whether this is, you know, taking time out to watch an episode of Stranger Things, whether this is going and taking a hot shower, sitting in a hot bath, going for a walk, picking your nose, I don't know, whatever it is, Leo, that kind of calms you down. How many of y'all went, what? Are you listening? Whatever it is, Leo, you need to have something that when you realize, because you'll realize it. Because you're going to get mad at everybody. No one's going to answer the phone. No one wants to text you back. And you want to talk right now about all this shit, right? When you realize that nobody wants to talk about all that shit, you really have got to have something that you can do. I'm like pleading with you, Leos. You have got to have something on deck that you are ready to do to woo-saw, to calm down. Because the thing is, Leos, when you're in this kind of mood, we love you. We don't know how to help you, because we can give you the perfect advice. You could go, like, let's say, Leo, you get upset, freaked out, whatever about this week. You go talk to your mom, your best friend, your dad, your brother, whoever it is, right? The person that you trust the most in the world. You go talk to them and they can give you the perfect advice. They can fix the entire problem for you and you're still going to fly off the handle. So it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. So those of you guys that have Leos in your life, know that they are going to be up here this week. They are over the top. They are up here. It is what it is, okay? So Leos, my advice also is going to be this. You need to have some type of oil, perfume, whatever, that helps to calm you down. And I'm gonna use something I do for an example. I have worn the same perfume for like 5 years. 5 years now. I love this perfume, right? I've worn it for 5 years. I tried to get other perfumes and I go right back to it. I just love this one, right? So I spray my coats, I spray my gloves, and I spray my scarves because I love scarves. I wear a lot of scarves in the winter. And so when I know that I am stressed the fuck out, I also spray my pillow and stuff like that. When I am stressed the fuck out, I am that weirdo that I'm over there like sniffing my scarf. I've got my scarf up in front of me like this. Smell is a very, very strong memory receptor, okay? So if you have a smell, Leo, that calms you down, if you have a smell that helps you woo fucking saw, you need to have that around where you can get to it very easily, okay, Leos? That's going to be my advice this week. I think that that's going to help you tremendously. Because Leos, you guys are like go, 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 no nonsense, let's do the thing. You are the drama, good and bad, but you don't like to sit still. And so when you're up and about and you're frustrated, you're kind of freaked out and you're having this kind of week right here, then you want to make sure that you have something that can help calm you down, okay? Because none of us are going to be able to. None of us are going to be able to. So have something that helps you woo-saw. Okay? Okay? It's not a bad week. It's just you're like overstressed about everything. The mountain out of a molehill is a big thing this week for you, Leos. Stones for Leos. Sodalite. Sodalite and howlite. And those two actually look really pretty together too. Sodalite and howlite. I would say sodalite on your left, howlite on your right. Okay? Y'all are the chimpanzee this week. Y'all are the chimpanzee this week. Okay? Sass is a mess. Y'all on TikTok didn't see this, but Sass over on TikTok said, anybody want to adopt a parent for the week? My mother's a Gemini sun, Leo moon, and is on sale tonight for the low, low price of I'll pay you. I can't with you. I can't with you. So my mom was a Cancer Leo cusp. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Ugh. All right, Virgos, are we ready? Woo, shit. Okay. Apparently you were. Ooh, my nose is itching. Somebody's talking about me. What the hell? All right. All right, no whammies. Sweet. Charm the Ferryman. So this is necessity, focus, and transition. And then you also have clusterfuck of fairies. Time to calm the chaos. Tell me this is not the best deck ever. And then this is the card of the night. Hyper focus. Eyes up here, mister. Stop getting distracted. Virgos. Oh, this is 7 and 27. Okay. Virgos. This is definitely a week where you are hyper-focused, because I want you to notice that this is focus. Clusterfuck of fairies. Time to calm the chaos. And then time to focus. So, Virgos. Ooh. Let me just say this. If you have a Virgo in your life, you ain't seeing them this week. You ain't seeing them this week. If you have a Virgo in your life, you aren't seeing them this week. Virgos, if y'all could get together and decide on one thing, you could absolutely take over the world this week. If the Virgos could get together and decide on the way that they all need to go, y'all could rule the world this week. Okay? That is the energy that you bring to the table this week, Virgos. You are so fucking focused on your future, on your finances, on everything. This Virgo, this is the week that if you wanted to really make decisions, if you wanted to set plans in motion, whatever it is that you have been, like, I'm super serious. I'm like, Virgos. If you ever Virgoed a day in your Virgo life, it is this week. It is this week. And it's not even so much that it's a perfectionist type of thing. You're not even worried about the perfectionist aspect. It is you are taking a look at your to-do list and realizing that you can knock the majority of that shit off this week. So you are hyper-focused on knocking shit off of your list this week. And a lot of it is going to be stuff that's been there for a long time that either you haven't wanted to deal with or you couldn't deal with just yet. Whatever the fuck it is, Virgo, you are focused. You are all about it. You are a powerhouse like the Taurus. Why did Capricorn get a shitty week? I just realized Taurus and Virgo, y'all have amazing weeks this week. Capricorn, not so much. But, which is bullshit because it's my fucking birthday week. I'm calling shenanigans. I'm calling shenanigans for Capricorns. But anyway, I digress. Virgos, this is a powerhouse fucking week for you. You are on it. You are all about it. Everything goes your way this week because you are hyper-focused. You know, in the X-Men movies where they have Quicksilver and he moves so fast that he can, like, stop the bullets before they hit and stuff. That is you this week, Virgo. You, like, are seeing everything before it happens. Like, everything in the world is in slow motion but you. You are all mega powerful this week, Virgos. Like, I don't even know how else to put that. Mega powerful this week. I will say this. Be careful that you don't get too busy to help out a friend that asks for your help this week. Because Virgos, you guys are going to be so absorbed in doing like 974 things at one time and doing all 974 that when someone's like, hey, I need advice on this, don't instantly dismiss that you can't stop and give them advice. Because what they have to ask you is really a question that you need to ask you. Does that make sense, Virgo? So you have a friend that's, and it is going to be a friend, and it's probably going to be somebody that you don't even talk to very much. Maybe y'all used to be really good friends and you just don't talk as much anymore. But they're going to reach out to you this week, Virgo, and be asking you a question. And it's going to seem like something very nonchalant about their life that you know about, right? Either their job or something like that that you know about. But when you really think about the question after you get off the phone with them, after you get done texting, you're going to be like, holy shit. Like, it's going to hit you really hard. This is probably going to be Thursday, Virgos. And it's going to put a whole different outlook on your weekend, especially with where you're going in life from here. Okay? Does that make sense, Virgos? Good fucking week, man. Y'all are some powerful shits this week. Y'all are some powerful shits this week, Virgos. Get it. I'm a little jealous. You and the Tauruses are just jerks. Stones for Virgo. Stones for Virgo. Jade and Malachite. Jade and Malachite. Y'all are the hawk this week. Y'all are the hawk this week. That was actually really easy. Libra. Libra. Where's my lovely little Libra-los? If you guys do not follow me, Libra, that's too many. If y'all do not follow me on YouTube, please make sure you do so. If you don't follow me everywhere, what's wrong with you? I was looking at some stuff with my dad today. We were talking about New Mexico and meteor craters and things like that. And I've got to start getting some of these photos off my phone. Damn, Libra! Alright, you know what? It felt like that. We gotta leave it like that. But if you don't follow me everywhere, please do so. There's fixing to be a fuck ton of content out everywhere. Just saying. Just saying. I have taken some absolutely phenomenal photos over the last few years. And some of them I have posted and some of them I forgot about. So all that, I just need to put that all out. Just need to put that all out. So yeah. So overwhelming Bodhi week. Overwhelming hair down my back, giving me the heebie-jeebies. Don't like it. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready, Libras? We are. I know. Anubis. Preservation, neutrality, and obligation. Interesting. Zombie wants brains. Strengthen your boundaries. I find that interesting too because you also have shit show. And the other thing that I find very interesting is this is 44 and this is 22. Oh, Libra, you're going to feel crazy this week. Like I'm sitting here thinking, what are the odds that card 44 comes out and then card 22 comes out? Because that's literally half. 4-4, 2-2. And you have Anubis who weighs everybody's heart to see where they go in the afterlife. Libra, this is a week where you feel crazy. You feel crazy. You are seeing all the synchronicities. You are seeing all the repeating numbers. You are seeing all the little signs. You are like you're just noticing all the things. You know in the movies where the main character, the magical main character, is always seeing like all of the stuff overlaid over everything else? That is you this week, Libra. I am serious. You are seeing every single one of the synchronicities, every single one of the signs, like all the things. You are seeing all the things. Repeating numbers are going to be a humongous thing for you this week, especially 4s and 2s. Look for 44, look for 22. Balance is also going to be a big thing with you. The reason I mentioned that Anubis weighs, well, he don't have it in here. But the reason I mentioned that Anubis weighs everybody's hearts to see, or their soul, depending on what story you look at, to see where they're going in the afterlife is like Libra is the scales, right? Libra is balance. So you guys are really looking at how to balance all of these things out. This is going to be a week, Libra, where you're a little quieter than normal just because you're like, okay, I'm crazy town. I'm crazy. I don't know what I'm seeing. I don't know what's going on. But like y'all feel legitimately crazy this week because of all the synchronicities and signs. You're not crazy. But my advice is going to be this, Libras. When you notice these synchronicities, write them down. And here's why. Because as you're noticing these synchronicities, and I know sometimes you can't stop in the middle of traffic or at work or whatever, but try to make a note. Like if you realize that every single time you look at the clock while you're at work, it is 22 past the hour or 4 minutes past the hour or something like that. If you notice something like that, you need to write that down. Okay? I want you to pay attention to the things that seem to glow or be different to you. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I realize I talk with my hands too much, so I'm trying to be nice and not. But it is what it is. I'm self-conscious about it for some reason. So, Libra, this is definitely a week where you need to be paying attention to the signs that are glowing for you. Does that make sense? This is going to give you a lot of really intense information about manifestations that you've asked for, signs and where to go on your path, like not just manifestations, but you know, when you ask, like, you need the universe to show you signs to make sure that you're on the right path. That is what's coming up. The other thing about the signs and stuff you're seeing this week, Libra, is there's going to be a lot toward the end of the week that you're going to realize you already got all the answers to between like Monday and Wednesday. You're going to realize like Saturday, Sunday, like, oh my God, that's why that happened. Oh my God, that's why that happened. Like, you're going to have those kind of epiphanies this weekend. It's going, y'all are just going to feel crazy. I'm serious, you are. Because as all this shit is happening, all this magical shit, when it happens, you're going to be like, oh my God, I knew it. Like, you're just going to be like, ah. So if you have a Libra in your life and they say, hey, you know, maybe, you know, pack your umbrella. Pack, you know, oh, it's not supposed to rain for another week. Yeah, well, pack your umbrella. Pack your fucking umbrella. If the Libra tells you to do something weird this week, do something weird, because the Libras are super plugged into the psychic hotline this week. So I'm just saying, the Libras are plugged into the psychic hotline this week, and if they tell you to do something weird, this is definitely the week to do whatever the weird fucking thing. I mean, within reason, Libras. That doesn't mean be telling people to do all kinds of weird shit. You're going to anyway, because I know y'all are ornery shits. But you're plugged in this week, Libras. There's a lot of synchronicities, and you're going to be looking for your grippy socks. You're going to be looking for your grippy socks. You wanted answers. You asked for answers, Libra. Well, the universe is giving you answers. Stones for Libras. I'm going to say red jasper. I'm going to say red jasper and amethyst. Yeah, red jasper and amethyst. You're the dove this week. Interesting that I would give you the dove. All right, Scorpio. I don't want to think about you Libras over there. Like, I don't want to think about you Libras over there. I love this card deck, but the one thing that I'm not too peachy keen about, I don't like the way that these kind of shuffle. Maybe just because I haven't worked with them enough. These are like soft and pliable. These ones, they're just a little hard. Maybe it's just because I haven't really worked with them enough. That's probably why. I do love them. They're funny as fuck. All right, Scorpios, are we ready? You have the Keeper of Whispers, Curiosity, Madness, and Forbidden Knowledge. And then you had two come out together. Underneath, you have Pull Your Head In, Show More Compassion and Gratitude. I feel like every Scorpio in their life at one point or another has been told to show compassion. Am I wrong? I feel like every single Scorpio at some point, multiple times in their life, has been told to look at it from somebody else's point of view. And on top of that, you have Cat Shat. Connect to your inner psychic side. Okay. 33 and 6. Scorpio, you are really plugged in this week, but different than the Libra. It's not so much that you're seeing everything. It's that, like, you're that sorceress in the back. You're like the Mr. Burns of sorcery this week, where you're over there like, yes, you know, you're the shadow man in the beginning of Princess and the Frog, not getting sucked into the other world, but you're over here like, yes, like, Scorpio, I'm not saying you're evil this week, but you're all about seeing people get theirs. I'm not saying that you're feral this week, but you're seeing some of the workings that you've done come to fruition. I'm not saying that you're mean this week, but you're super happy to sit back and let some people get theirs. The other thing is this, Scorpio, this is a week where you are ready to fall down the rabbit hole about some things that maybe you shouldn't fall down the rabbit hole about. You are ready to fall down the rabbit hole about learning about, you know, some black magic thingies. You're just all about black magic this week, Scorpio. I'm just saying, you're all about black magic this week. You're all about hexes and jinxes and that kind of shit. It's okay, you have an evil mindset. We have evil Scorpios this week, not feral, like flat out evil Scorpios. You guys are living up to your stereotypical Scorpio reputation this week. And it is what it is. It is what it is. It's one of the reasons we love you. But I'm just saying, like, if you need to plan out some hexy things, this is a week to call your Scorpio friend, because they're going to have some ideas that maybe you didn't think about, and probably some weird random ingredients that you're going to be like, why the fuck do you have that? And then like, why the fuck do you have that? Like, it's going to be that. The thing I want to mention, it's not so much, Scorpios, that this is a bad week. It's not so much that it's a week that people need to be afraid of you. It's not that you're just walking around being evil to everybody. It's that this is a week where you are... Okay, you're walking around being evil to everybody. I was going to try to sugarcoat it, but I just don't think I can. I just don't think I can. You guys are just evil this week. Y'all are the evil queen this week. Y'all are just evil this week. But I feel like some of it's also really, really deserved. I feel like the targets of this it's really, really deserved. I feel like it's deserved. I feel like y'all have been holding it in for a while, and I feel like it's bubbling over the top, and I feel like you're just like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, I feel like that's exactly the Scorpio attitude this week. I feel like it's deserved, and I feel like yeah. I will say this, Scorpio, this is a week of like the quiet evil. It's not a week of you getting in somebody's face. It's not a week of you like jumping on somebody. This is a week of somebody acting a fucking fool in front of you and you quietly saying, okay, and just walking off while everybody else is like, because they know that you don't just walk off. This is a week of you quietly just saying and going about your business. And then everybody else around going, oh, you are in so deep shit. So this is like a quiet, calm, scary, evil Scorpio. That is y'all this week. I'm kind of here for it. Is it really? 1.9 million. Y'all have almost hit 2 million likes. You have almost hit 2 million likes. I wasn't even paying attention. I just saw that Brett said 1.9. That is fucking craziness. All right. Stones for Scorpios. Red tiger's eye. Red tiger's eye and obsidian. Red tiger's eye and obsidian. I'm going to give you guys something, and you're probably not going to understand why I'm giving it to you until I explain. There is a specific kind of rooster called a banty. I don't know if it's Banty or what. Y'all are a banty rooster. Those little fuckers are downright mean. They're beautiful. They're little. And they're mean as fuck. And they will fucking get you. Yes, thank you. They will get you in a heartbeat. They are mean as fuck. That is a Scorpio this week. I like how so many of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. If you have ever been, what is it, flogged or whatever? Not flogged. If you have ever been attacked by one of those little bitches, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're so pretty, though. They're so pretty. They're like this big. They're so pretty, but oh, they are so mean. They do have a Napoleon complex. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Spurred, thank you. My dad used to have one. His name was Mighty Might. And he attacked, I think every one of the grandkids got attacked by that little bitch. Every one of them. Sagittarius. Okay. All right. Sagittarius. I need y'all to take a woo-saw breath for a minute. Okay? I need y'all to take a woo-saw breath for a minute because that's a lot. Thank you. I don't know if that was anger or if that was like, I don't know how to take that, Sagittarius, but that was a little bit, that was a lot. That was a lot. For those of you guys that want to become card readers, you want to become a better card reader, get to know your deck. Pay attention to how your decks shuffle. It'll tell you a lot about the read. All right. Are we ready, Sagittarius? I swear if y'all are the feral sign this week. The Lady of Masks. Reclaiming vanity and surface appearance. Okay. All right. Oh, I don't know if I can show this card. So you have the Lady of Masks, which is reclaiming yourself. And then you have Naked Jesus of being vulnerable. And then you also have It's a Shit Show. Become aware. Oh, Sagittarius. Oh, you've been ignoring some shit for way too long, Sagittarius. But yours is a little different. You have not been ignoring the outside world. You've been ignoring yourself, Sagittarius. You have tried to be the party person. You have tried to be the cool one. You've tried to be whatever it is that you felt was going to boost everybody else. Like, you have been that person for so long that now you're looking around I'm going to say really the beginning of this week, probably until Thursday, maybe Friday morning. You're going to be looking around, just feeling exhausted, realizing how exhausted you've been. I would imagine that a lot of this week, you're going to spend sleeping a lot, okay? And because of that, you're going to think you're sick. You're not sick, okay? This is a lot of... I also wouldn't be surprised if y'all are sneezing a lot this week. I wouldn't be surprised if you're sneezing a lot this week, and I wouldn't be surprised if every Sagittarius listening is like, I was sneezing a lot today. Y'all are expelling a whole bunch of negative energy that you have taken in. Did y'all really hit 2 million? Oh my God, you did! You can take a screenshot of that. Thank you, guys. I can't believe you hit 2 million likes over there. Oh my God. Everybody's thumbs are like paralyzed, right? That was an amazing birthday gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that so much. Now I gotta get back on track because the Sagittarius are like, bitch, read. Sagittarius. You're going to be sleeping a lot this week. There's going to be a lot of sneezes this week. You're going to feel the need to drink. Like, you're going to weirdly want to drink a ton of water, Gatorades, things like that. Even though you're not dehydrated. You're going to think that you're sick the majority of this week, Sagittarius. You are. You're going to think you're sick. You're sleeping a lot. You're expelling a lot, like sneezing, etc. And you're dying of thirst this week. There's also going to be a lot of you feeling the need, like you need something, but you don't know what it is. You want to go outside, you get outside, that's not what you want. And you take a shower, I want to take a shower. You go take a shower and you're like, this isn't what I wanted either. Like it's like this kind of, I don't know what I need type of feeling. By Friday though, Sagittarius, Friday morning, you're going to wake up feeling completely renewed. And when you wake up, it's almost like you have glasses on, right? You suddenly see everything a little different. You see the colors a little different, paying attention to everything a little different. Thank you, Buzz Buzz. You just start to look at everything around you and be like, oh. It's just kind of this crazy week. This weekend, this coming weekend, which I find interesting because if I remember right, the new moon is Sunday. This coming weekend, it is just an intensive time for you in that you're really not only reclaiming yourself, but this is an intensive self-awareness for you, Sagittarius, that you haven't had in a long time. It is going to come across not just as an intensive self-awareness, but you feeling very vulnerable this weekend. And I know for a lot of you Sagittariuses, you don't like to feel vulnerable. You like to be the life of the party, right? You like to be the DJ. You like to be the cool one, right? So feeling vulnerable this weekend is going to be out of your comfort zone. You're not going to like it, but let it happen, okay? Thank you, Tasha. I love you too. But let it happen, okay? Because by being vulnerable and by being kind of open this weekend, there's going to be a lot of things about yourself that you see and that you realize that you haven't seen in a long time. Almost like you see yourself in the mirror and realize that you haven't seen yourself in a long time. Like that kind of feeling. Does that make sense? And it's a very empowering thing this weekend. This is really going to be a good week for you, Sagittarius. This weekend especially. This is going to be a phenomenal weekend for you getting yourself picked back up. Because you have felt like you've been knocked down for a long time. And this weekend you feel like you are getting back up. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. I know that the weak part where you feel like you're sick, you're exhausted, etc., like you're going to be cussing me by, probably tomorrow if you're not cussing me already. But I love you and it's not me. Don't hate the messenger because this weekend is going to be fantastic. But be vulnerable this weekend, Sagittarius. I promise you that it's good for you. I promise you. I promise. Stones for Sagittarius. Turquoise. Turquoise and lapis. Turquoise and lapis. And I want to give you guys two, and that's not going to help you. You know what it is? Y'all are getting two this week because the first part of this week, up until Friday, you're the raven. But this weekend, you're the peacock. So y'all kind of get two, right? So up until Friday, you are 100% the raven. And then this weekend, you are the peacock. Okay? With that, we made it through. I made it through. You made it through. We all made it through. All right, guys. I'm going to get off of here. I would like to say that I'm going to go to bed, but we all know how it is when you're really fucking tired and you get done and you go to bed and you lay there and all of a sudden your eyes go. I can almost guarantee you that's what's going to happen. I can feel it coming. It's bullshit. All right. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is 113. I can't remember what I have on the agenda tomorrow, but I know it involves going through a bunch of my jewelry. Tomorrow is celebration day. Today was a good day. It was a great day. It was almost 70 here. It has never in my life been 70 degrees on my birthday. Snacky snack. So that's what's happening tomorrow. I'm going to go to Merritt's. I'm going to get chocolate cake. I'm excited. Yeah. All right. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow.